Howdy ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So today, I thought we would continue working in our little painted journal. And look how chubby she is getting. And I was looking through her the other day, and we've almost completely filled her up. So I wanted to do just a quick flip through to show you what I've done and everything that's in here now. Some of this stuff I did without you guys. Some of it I've done with you, and some of it you won't see yet. So, we're going to open her up. Now, I haven't put anything here yet, and I still haven't decided if I want to. So, this is our first pocket that I did, and it still needs something. So, I'm thinking... Now, this is a double pocket. So, the pocket is back here. Let me see if I can show you here. It's back here like this. So, I want to put this back here like that. And then these will stick up like that. And then, in this little pocket right here, I can only put something small. So I think I'm going to put this. Oh, no, there's bees there. So I think I'm going to put this. It has a little bumblebee on it. There. And I like the pink and the yellow and the black. I like all that together. So there we go. And then here's just a little pocket. Now this is one of those things you haven't seen me do yet. It's a little flip out, like this. And this is just a page. Now this is one of the few blank pages in the book, but when you turn it over, there's a pocket over here, and it's got a little card that comes from here, but it needs something else in it. So there we go. Now, this, I think we did this together. This, you know what? That needs trimmed. No, that goes up to the end of the page. This flips out. It flips out, and then it flips out again. And we put that all the way across the bottom. And it's got that little card there. Now, every time I do that, it annoys me that is so empty up there. So I keep looking for something to put up there. And I had these fussy cuts. But some of these are just way too big. But I did find that one. And it's got some really pretty yellow in it. And I'm thinking I may put that little bee in there. Or that's not a bumblebee. Good heavens. It's raining here today. And I think my brain is getting rained on. So I'm thinking maybe that little guy, or I have, oh, you know what? This little butterfly might work better. Since I have butterflies on the page, maybe that little butterfly. Oh, I think I might like that better. I might like that better. And then maybe down here, tuck in these little flowers. Put that going that way. And tuck in these little blue flowers and then glue them in down here toward the bottom. Tuck them in. And that's just going to add some color to this because it was just really plain. And then... let's see here. Where'd that little guy go? Okay, that up there. Yeah, I think I like that. Because I'm just kind of looking through everything I've got here. I think I like that. That adds a little bit of color to the page. I was looking to see if I had any more little flowers I could add. And if I find them, and now I've attached all these, I glued all this. This was just printed on copy paper. And I attached it to a really lightweight cardboard. Or not cardboard, cardstock, I'm sorry. And I'm thinking I might need a word up there, but I have words in my little card down here. See the little fairy poking out? Maybe I would like this over here better. No. I do like the little fairy down there. But I don't see any other flowers. But I do have some. I just don't think I've cut them out yet. Okay. So once I get them cut out, I can add some more. Or I can just add another little fairy in there too, because I do like adding those little fairies peeking out, because they look so cute with the little mice. All right, so I've just tucked it behind these little dandelions, and pretty soon my little bluebells are going to be popping up. And so are my dandelions, and I can't wait to see the dandelions. Now, let's see how we like that better. So let's close it back up. And then we're going to open it up here and see. Oh, now see, that looks better. Gives us a little more color. I think we're going to need some color over here. So I definitely need to cut out some more flowers today. Maybe poke one over on this side. Okay, I do like that better. And then over here, I've just got some little fabrics, and they're stapled up here under this. This is just a piece of fabric. And to make these, it's real simple. You just choose, these are just laces. You just staple them to the ribbon, and then I folded it over, stapled them again, and then I just glued some little things on top of them, and then glued that whole bunch down before I glued the little flowers on it, so you couldn't see the staples. Now, if you like the look of staples, you don't have to glue the little flowers down, but for this journal, I didn't want the flowers hanging out. Now, I've decided for this signature, I'm not going to add a charm, so I can cut that off now. And then we added this. This was our rub-ons that we did in the background here. Okay, we've got our little owl card here. I like that page. And then we've got our little tag up here. And again, it's hanging out up here. And we did this page together. And we did this page together. And I finished up with my pen work after everything was completely dry. My page had to completely dry. And also when it completely dried, I was able to get in here and schmuck this up a little bit more with my dauber. And I really like the way that looks. Now, what I didn't like was I used that, what is that called? For their eyes, and I didn't like that. It made their eyes very clear, and you really couldn't see them. So I went back with my white gel pen, and I just gave them their little highlights. And I went back with their black gel pen, and I added the black underneath it, and I like their eyes much better. And so we have this page that we can decorate. Now, I may not decorate all these pages because she's getting so big. And she was a big book to start with. So this, I think we did together, because I showed you how to add ribbon underneath something. And this is another flip out. So, oh, you know what? I want to put this up here. So this one flips out this way, and then this way. And then this flips down this way. So we've got the three little girls sitting. We've got this tucked in behind them. And then over here on this side, on my left, we've got little tags. And up here, we've got little diddly bops tucked in. And then we've got a long bookmark tucked in. And it goes all the way to the bottom. And this one just sits there. And then this opens up. And it's got a pocket here. Now, I haven't put anything in here yet. But then we've got this here. And it opens up. But when it's closed, it looks like it's a pocket. And when you open it, it's just there. And in this that flipped open, there's another little tag in it. I love making things like this. And then this closes up. And then on my right, you have the sectional belly band. Remember, we glued the middle. It stops right there in the middle. So we have one tag, two tag, and then here, and I put it up there. And then underneath it, we have this one. So in order to keep it closing properly, I just layer them. And then we have one down here. And I do the same things down here. And I have to make sure that they're not touching over here. But I layer them so I can see them. You know, I make sure that I can see them like that. And then to close, this one closes in. This one closes in. And then out here, we have these little circle pockets. And there's just little dipply bops stuck in those. And to keep those in, actually, this goes on top. And then, I always close that the wrong way, don't I, you guys? And then this just gets tied back. Now, this is just sari silk. And this just hangs down, and however it hangs, it hangs. I see it off the sides, I see it out the middle, however it hangs. And then over here, we have a pocket right here. And then this is in there. Over here, this was a decoupage piece with a piece of paper out of a book. And the poem, and I'm trying to think of the book. It came from an Edith Holden book that I have, and this is the page that was next to it. They were actually flipped like this. And then back here, this is a different page that I added. This is just another pocket. Now, here's a pocket that needs something. Now this one, I think, might be too big. Yeah. But I got out my little thing full of tags here. So let's see what we have to go in there. Oh, wait, I have a green one. Let's see if that little green one fits in there. Oh, perfect. Right there. And then on this side, we have the same thing. We have the one with flowers. I think I'm going to put the pink one on this side. Let's see if this one fits. The ladybugs. Let's see if that one fits. Oh, perfect, it does. And then this is the center of the signature number 2. And it is an Edith Holden page that was sewn in. And again, I don't think I'm going to put in here, so I'm going to trim this. That's why I leave these long in the beginning, because I never know, you know, what I'm going to do with them. So there are a few pages that are not decorated. Now this is just a flip out here, but I could glue it down here, here, and across the middle and make these 2 pockets, which that's what it looks like my intention was, and I just didn't finish the page. So I think we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can show you. So I just take and I run a bead of glue right through the middle and across the top. And across the bottom. Now, rule of thumb is I don't put anything in here until after the glue's dried, because my glue will spread, and if I try to put something in there, it could stick. But I will kind of show you what it would look like with 2 really small items. So it would look like this, like that. But I'm not going to leave these in here. But I will mark the page so I remember that that's there. Otherwise, I'll forget. And then I think this was the very first thing I did when I made my book. Before I did anything else, was I added that on the bottom. Again, here's another pocket that we did. Here's another flip out that we did. And I added that little pocket at the bottom because it was a cutoff from over here. So I just wanted that to be there. And we flipped that out. I added some little of those puffy stickers from this flower kit, a little hello button. And I really didn't do much on the inside. I added some little puffy stickers, butterflies, hello. It was a raised hello sticker. And that was kind of all I did in here, because the whole purpose of using this was because I like the paper. On this little hummingbird right here, I added 3 little puffy stickers on its chest. There's little puffy stickers, you know, around the edges. But that's about it. I just kind of decorated it a little bit, and that was it. Now these empty pages that I've shown you, like right in here, I got out some of my favorite little stickers, and like I could put some of those on here, and I may go back at a later time after we finish this and do that. Like on this one, I'm definitely going to do that. In this book, this is the little sticker book that I have. And I've had this for such a long time. And they're watercolor stickers. And I love them. And they come in, you know, a couple of different colors. Like there's the pinks. I'm not real fond of the pinks, except for the flowers. I like the flowers. The greens are kind of my favorites, especially when it comes to the garden theme. And then you get into the blues. Some of the blues are okay, especially the flowers. And then you get into the neutrals. And then the oranges. So, you know, and the yellows. It just depends on what you're decorating and how you're decorating. So for this book has kind of a reddish brown. It has yellow. It has purples. So I think I want to go back here to the yellows. Oh, wait, there's a little purpley flower there. Right down here. Oh. Down here, this little gate with the purpley flower. And what I like about them is they disappear. Once you get them on the page, they just disappear. There. I like that. Now it looks like here I need to add some more washi tape because I didn't make this piece wide enough up on my page. So whatever this is for, I didn't make it wide enough. So let's add another piece while we're here. And we're going to attach it to that. And we're just going to glue it down. That way we don't have to worry about it. Okay. So let's do this. Now I hope you guys have made a journal like this and you've had some fun walking step by step with me in making a journal. I don't even know how many steps we've gone through this journal. I'm gonna have to look and see. I think there have been like 8 or 10. Adding the pockets was simple. There was nothing except you put the glue on them and you put them down. That's why I didn't share that video with you. Putting those pockets in is something that you know how to do. But making repairs like I'm making now, this is something you need to know how to do. And this is a good way to do it. And I just smeared glue all over my mat. Okay. Now, I'm just using my glue stick. And I need to wipe that up. Now, I'm going to turn the book sideways. And I don't even know if you can see it, but the washi tape that's sticking up here, and it may be from something that we added early on. And I need to make sure it's going the right way here. I'm going to add this on top of that washi tape that's there. I'm just taking it right over top of it. And because it's got glue on it, okay, it's not straight here. I want to make sure that it's going to cover the area that isn't down all the way. Come on. How about I start at the bottom? That might be better. There we go. That's better. And I'm pushing it all the way down, making sure it's all the way down, and then I'm rolling it up onto the page. Just like that. Now, you don't have to use the same type of washi tape I'm using, of course. But that was the tape that was originally there, so I didn't want to change it. But I want to make sure that there. Now, let me show you. The tape that was there stopped right there. And the book had gotten so big that it had started peeling up. So I don't know what it was holding in, but it wasn't able to do its job. So this piece now has glue on it. And the other piece might have too. I don't know. But it wasn't holding down. So I added fresh glue to the tape. I attached it on top of the old piece, all the way down to the bottom. I rolled it up, and now it's attached more. There's a bigger piece. I think this is like 1.5, maybe 1.5 inch tape. Let's see. Nope, it's 1 inch tape. And it'll hold it better. Now I can see it on the page, but I don't care. It's okay. and it will help keep everything in place. Okay, so that repair is taken care of. So there are two things taken care of that we needed to do in our book. Now, we have this big pocket that we have done absolutely nothing with. So we need to do something with it. We need to put something in this big pocket back here and something up here. So how about we put, this is just a book page. It's got two little blackbirds. I don't know if you can see them right here. It's got two little blackbirds in a field, and they're standing on, I think, let's see, down here are Lazy Susans, and up here, I think these are either Lazy Susans or daffodils. My daffodils sometimes get that tall. And down here are coneflowers and, oh gosh, all kinds of wildflowers. Trees in the background, and I just glued cardstock to the back of the whole page, and then I cut the size that I want rounded the corners, and I am ready to roll. So I love using book pages, and I usually get them out of seed magazines. And I am going to stick that right down there. Now up here, I think to go with that, now this is just glued on an old book page. It's got little butterflies in it. I'm going to put that, and since I'm starting to warm up now, I can take my jacket off. Now let's see if I have any stickers or if I have any fussy cuts to have little butterflies on them. Oh, look, right there's one. So let's see if we have one in a different color than purple. We might. We just might. That we can put on that front of that pocket. Now, I'm not looking to decorate that pocket, you know, an entire bunch or anything. Just a little bit. So it's not, you know, plain red. The top of it is kind of blacks and grays, and now these little butterflies here would be nice. These are kind of fallish. Now I did a little coffee. It's called Sip a Day journal, and I've used some of these in there. So these worked well in there. Okay, so maybe, I don't think pink will do on that. All right, so let's take a look here. And I don't think these, no, that's not going to do. All right, well, I'll leave that for now. I might find some. Oh, you know what? I have my tags right here. My little one. Right here. Let's grab a... What we got here? Oh, I already got some numbers. I don't want numbers. Ah, here we go. I love these little drawers. What is that? Let's see what we got here that's dark. Right here. Right here. This little guy. We're going to put this little guy up here. And I'm just going to put that right there. Just like that. Now, you know what? Let's see if we can... I'm going to fold it. I'm going to crimp it. Maybe if I pull it apart a little bit. Like that. I'm just using my tiny attacher here just to put that in place so I'm not fighting with it. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Just going to hold that down there. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. You know, I can remember when my son was little, and most of you guys, I think, are the same age as I am. And if you have kids, you might remember this too. Do you remember the movie Shrek? And the character Donkey in Shrek. And one of the scenes in Shrek is Donkey's just going on and on and on and on, and he says, "That'll do, Donkey. That'll do." Well, and I know you do. If you've ever seen that movie, I know you have to, because that was our life as parents. You know, wanting to say to our kids, "That'll do, Donkey. That'll do." And I can remember saying that to my son, like over and over and over again, because he would just, now he was not a big talker as a kid, but once he started talking, oh good gracious, he could talk and talk and talk, kind of like his mother. And okay, here's the belly band we put in. And again, it was just a straightforward belly band, and we just added that to it. But I'm thinking maybe we'll add this to it instead. It's a nice long tag. That might look better. And maybe we'll turn that sideways to add a little fluff to it. I don't know. Do we like that fluff? I don't think I like that fluff now. And I can remember saying that to him, I don't know how many times. Now that's a big pocket right there, and I don't think I have anything big enough. Oh, now this might. Maybe. Let's see about putting that. Oh, there, that might work. That one will work in there. Now, this I made a long time ago. And it's made on a large playing card. And I will be happy to show you. It's very straightforward, as you can tell. But I think I want to make some more of these because I had so much fun making these. And you know what? I think we will make some more of these. I have several videos to make today, so I think we'll make some more of those. And that's a little small. All right, I guess we'll stick the button. Even the buttons are a little small in there. They just kind of disappear. All right, and then this pocket here. Yeah, see, I put that in there to remind me that was a pocket. I have another big pocket here and nothing to go in it. So we're going to have to make a couple of things to go in them. So we're definitely going to have to do them. This is just part of, this is the other side of that little flip out that we did. Right there. And there's another little fairy down there. Now this, you haven't seen me make yet. There's a video coming out that you'll see me make this. Right here. You'll see me make this. And you'll know how I did it. You've seen me make this. And you've seen me do this. there's a little pocket here. And then here. I think the only thing you didn't see me do on this was fill the pockets. That's because everything was wet. But you've seen me make it. Alrighty, so that's where we are so far. We've corrected 2 errors. We've added a few things. And I think back here, I want to add, while we're here, I want to add this greenhouse while we're back here. This little greenhouse right here. I want to add that. And this little garden gate. And that. So let's see if we can do that. Okay. So I put that. I want to put the little garden gate. There's the greenhouse. Let me get a hold of the sign here. Oops, just knocked him on the floor. And I want this over here. There we go. So I want that there. Okay. All right, now she's even grown a little bit more. And here you can see the things that are sticking out the top that we've made. I really like that. So I don't think I'm going to add much more to her other than the big things that we have to make. So we have 3 things that we still have to make for her that are big things. And we're going to do that in the next video. So that's how our painted journal is looking so far. She's kind of big and kind of chunky, and I am just loving it. So I have to decide, do I want a closure or do I want to just leave her like she is standing? I actually think I just want to leave her like she is because I think a closure would interfere with the front too much. I think it would pull, you know, against here. So I think I'm just going to let her stand on the shelf because I really, really like it. And once we get those other 2 things, those other 3 things made, those 3 big cards made, we need to think about our next project. So let me know. I'll tell you the 3 things that I'm thinking of. And then I'm also going to put them on the community for you guys to vote on. So let me write them down here for you. And then you guys can go vote. Okay? So let me find my card I wrote them on. Hold on a second. Well, I've lost the card. So hold on a second. Well, you guys, I can't find it. So I do know I want to finish up working in my journal that was my backyard journal that we started. I think it was last summer. Now we're almost done with it. We have a few more pages that I want to complete in it. And I think we're going to finish working on it. And we're probably going to do some pages in it on Tuesdays this year until we're finished. There aren't that many pages left in it that I want to do. But this is a paper bag journal. And look how nicely it lays. I just love this journal. And then my grandma's attic journal. Look at it. Look how full it is. But look how flat it lays when you open it. I mean, I love these paper bag journals. So I think the next one that we make is also going to be a paper bag journal because of how flat they lay. It just is amazing to me there's so much in this journal, but it still lays so flat. Look at that. Look at that. It's fluffy and full, but it lays so flat. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a paper bag journal. I just don't know, what I'm going to do. It just could be the stuff. But I do want to finish up the backyard journal before we do anything else on Tuesdays. So we may just start a new journal, work this in on Tuesdays. But the first thing we're going to do is make our 3 big things for this one. We'll do this on Tuesdays. We'll do this whenever our very next video. And then this one's going up on the shelf for me to admire. Alrighty, well, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you had some fun flipping through this journal and looking at all the fun stuff we've done so far. And the very next video is going to be our 3 large tags for our 3 pockets that we need to do. One is going to be that large card, so I can show you how I did that. And the other, I'm not sure what they're going to be, but they need to be large for those 2 large pockets. So you never know. I may be getting out my my catalogs and using some book pages, or I may use my large cards. I just don't know, honestly. But we'll figure it out. So until I see you again in our next Ladybug Journal video, ta-ta for now.